Right, Emma. So, we always talk about affiliate marketing, but often people they jump to the obvious, don't they? Like, oh, weight loss, so make money online. And it's like, mate, everyone's doing that. It's absolutely rammed. The real alchemy, I reckon, starts when you actually kind of flip your head. It's not about what's popular, it's about what's underserved.
Yeah, I totally get that. It's like the red ocean versus blue ocean strategy, right? But what does that really look like in practice for an affiliate? Like, if I'm thinking beyond make money online, what's the first step to even, I don't know, start shifting that mindset? Because it feels a bit overwhelming if you're just starting out and everyone's telling you to go for the big ones.
Excellent question, Emma. Absolutely top notch. See, it's about, well, firstly, recognizing that the conventional wisdom is often it's a trap, isn't it? Everyone follows it, so it becomes diluted. My approach, and this is where it gets a bit unconventional, is to start with problems, not products. What unique, often overlooked problems do people actually have? And I mean like the ones that keep them up at night, not just the surface level stuff. It's a deep dive into genuine pain points that haven't been adequately addressed by existing affiliate offers or content.
Okay, problems first. That's interesting. So instead of like, I want to promote a protein powder, it's more like, what struggles do people have with fitness that a protein powder might solve, but maybe other things solve better?
Precisely. You're bang on the money there. It's about empathy, really, getting into someone's head. And from there, that's where the truly overlooked niches, they reveal themselves. It's not about being first, it's about being different. So, following on from that, once you've got that problem first mindset, then you really start digging, right? Most folks, they look for niches on Google Trends or, what's trending on ClickBank. That's fine, but it's still very much a surface level approach. What we're after, Emma, is the hidden gems, the micro niches where competition is low, but, and this is key, demand is still very much present and quite passionate, actually.
Okay, passionate demand. I like that. But how do you find those? Are we talking about like stalking niche forums or something? Because that sounds like a lot of time and you can get lost down those rabbit holes pretty quick.
Absolutely. Forums are a fantastic start, but you've got to be strategic, haven't you? I mean, look for communities that are underserved by commercial content. Think beyond forums, though. What about specialist subreddits, Facebook groups where people are asking really specific questions, Quora even? And I often look at product reviews on Amazon for seemingly unrelated products. What problems are people mentioning that aren't being solved by the product they bought? That's gold, that is.
Wow, Amazon reviews. That's like a really clever lateral move. So you're looking for the gaps, the things people wish a product did, or the secondary problems it creates. And then you try to find solutions for those with affiliate offers?
Spot on. It's like being a detective, isn't it? And also consider passion-driven hobbies. Think about, antique clock restoration or advanced hydroponics for rare plants or bespoke guitar pedal building. These are tiny niches, but the people in them, they're absolutely obsessed and they'll spend money on quality solutions. You just need to be the one providing them.
Right. So high engagement, even if it's a smaller audience, that makes so much sense for avoiding a ton of competition, especially as a newer affiliate. Okay, so we've got this like amazing niche, right? We've found the passionate audience, but now how do we actually get them to our content? I mean, everyone talks about SEO and paid ads, but those can be like super competitive and expensive, especially when you're just starting out or if you're in a really niche area.
Exactly, Emma, exactly. And that's where the guerrilla part comes in, doesn't it? We're talking unconventional traffic generation that doesn't rely on throwing piles of cash at Google or Facebook. First point, think about existing communities where your target audience already congregate. It's not about spamming them, mind you. It's about providing genuine value, building trust, and then subtly positioning yourself as a helpful resource.
So, like actually engaging in those niche forums you mentioned earlier rather than just lurking?
Precisely, becoming a known, helpful entity, answering questions, offering insights. Do you know what I mean? And then, perhaps in your signature or when appropriate, linking back to a really valuable piece of content on your own site. But it's not just forums. What about repurposing old content? Have you got an old blog post that didn't quite hit? Turn it into a podcast or a short video or an infographic for Pinterest. It's about getting more mileage, out of what you've already created.
Oh, that's smart. Repurposing is like so often overlooked. I always think of it as create new. But reusing what you have and just like tweaking the format, that's brilliant. Are there any other like totally left field traffic sources you've seen work?
Definitely. Think about micro-influencers on platforms like TikTok or Instagram. Not the massive ones, but people with, say, 5,000 to 50,000 followers in a super niche area. They often have incredibly engaged audiences and are far more affordable, sometimes even open to affiliate commissions rather than an upfront fee. Or even guest posting on slightly smaller but highly relevant blogs. It's about being surgical, not spraying and praying.
All right, so we've got people coming to our fantastic niche-focused content. Now, the big hurdle, conversion. And this is where most people, they just whack a buy now button up and hope for the best, don't they? But it's not alchemy, is it? We need to delve into the actual psychology behind why people buy beyond the obvious features and benefits.
Yeah, I feel like so many affiliate sites just feel like a catalog. They list features, maybe some pros and cons, but there's no like emotional connection or urgency. What are some of these psychological triggers you're talking about, James?
Right, so first off, scarcity and urgency. Not the fake kind, mind you, but genuine limited time offers or limited stock. People hate missing out, don't they? That's a powerful driver. Then there's social proof. Not just, 5-star reviews, but actual genuine testimonials, case studies, or even user-generated content showing real people getting results. It's far more compelling than just, a marketing blurb.
So like showing, not just telling, that other people are having success with this thing. What about reciprocity, like giving value first?
Absolutely, Emma. You're already thinking like an alchemist. Reciprocity is huge. Give before you ever ask for anything. Free guides, valuable insights, even just really comprehensive, helpful reviews that truly solve a problem. When you provide immense value up front, people feel a natural inclination to reciprocate, often by trusting your recommendations. And then there's framing. Do you know what I mean? How you position the offer. Is it a cost or is it an investment in solving their problem? Small shift, massive difference, eh?
Framing it as an investment, that totally changes the perspective. It's not just about the product, it's about what the product enables for them. I like that a lot. So it's like really speaking to their deeper desires and fears, not just the surface level stuff.
Okay, so we've guided them, we've converted them, but the journey doesn't just end there, does it? A lot of affiliates, they make the sale and then, poof, they're gone. But for sustainable growth, for true alchemy, you need to build long-term assets that keep giving back. We're talking beyond just a single blog post or review here. We want sticky content, Emma, content that actually retains and even cultivates loyalty.
Sticky assets. That sounds really interesting. So it's not just about the one-off commission, but building something more permanent? What kind of assets are we talking about here beyond just like a static website?
Absolutely. First, an email list. That's paramount. Your list is your direct line to your audience, unaffected by algorithm changes or platform whims. Offer something genuinely valuable for signing up, an exclusive mini course, a detailed checklist, a curated resource library. That's an asset. Then think about comprehensive value ladders. Instead of just pushing one product, what's the natural progression? What other problems might they encounter that you can solve with complementary affiliate offers or even your own low-cost digital products?
So it's like nurturing them through their journey, not just dropping them off after the first purchase. And a resource library. That's a great idea for building trust and like establishing yourself as an authority in that niche.
Spot on. Also, consider building a strong, unique brand voice. Don't just regurgitate what everyone else is saying. What's your unique take, your personality? That's an intangible asset, but it makes people want to keep coming back. Do you know what I mean? It's about becoming indispensable, really. And then a dedicated community, perhaps a private Facebook group or a Discord server where people can interact, get help, and you can further cement your authority. Those are incredibly powerful, sticky assets.
Okay, so we're building these amazing sticky assets. We're getting conversions, everything's like growing. But how do you make sure you're doing it ethically? I mean, affiliate marketing sometimes gets a bad rap because of less than scrupulous tactics. How do we keep that alchemy pure, so to speak?
Brilliant point, Emma, and this is absolutely crucial, isn't it? Because unethical scaling, it's not scaling, it's just building a house of cards. First and foremost, transparency. Always disclose your affiliate relationships. It's not just a legal requirement, it builds immense trust. If you're upfront, people appreciate that honesty. Secondly, only promote products or services you genuinely believe in and ideally have used yourself or thoroughly vetted. Your reputation is your most valuable asset, mate, and you don't want to tarnish that for a quick buck, do you?
Yeah, I've definitely seen that where like someone's promoting everything under the sun and you just lose trust because you can tell they haven't actually tried any of it. So vetting products is super important. What about like partnerships or collaborations? Is that part of ethical scaling?
Absolutely, it's a massive part. Look for genuine win-win collaborations with other reputable niche players. It's not about trying to outcompete everyone, it's about expanding the pie together. Co-host a webinar, create a joint resource, cross-promote each other's valuable content. These aren't just traffic hacks, they're relationship-building opportunities that foster a healthier ecosystem. And crucially, always focus on solving your audience's problems first. If you're truly helping people, the money will naturally follow. Do you know what I mean? It's not about tricking them into a purchase, it's about guiding them to the best solution. That's ethical scaling in a nutshell. Right, so we've built it, we've scaled it ethically, but the online world, it's like a constantly shifting landscape, isn't it? What worked brilliantly last year might be completely redundant next year. So the final piece of this alchemy puzzle, I reckon, is future-proofing your affiliate business. It's about being adaptable, staying ahead of the curve, rather than always playing catch-up.
Oh, that's like so true. Things change so fast online. Algorithms, platforms, even just consumer preferences. How do you even begin to future-proof something that's so inherently dynamic?
Excellent question. First, diversification of traffic sources. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, eh? If Google changes its algorithm, you don't want your entire business to collapse. Have multiple streams, social, email, organic, maybe even some paid, but smartly targeted. Secondly, continuous learning. Always be consuming new information, testing new strategies, reading industry reports. You've got to be a student of the game, truly, you know? And embracing new technologies. Not just, oh, AI is scary, but how can AI actually enhance what I'm doing?
Right. So, like, not just learning the basics once, but committing to lifelong learning in your niche. And diversification makes total sense for risk management. What about, like, staying attuned to what your audience actually needs now and next?
Spot on, Emma. Absolutely critical. Regular feedback loops with your audience. Surveys, polls, direct conversations. What are their new problems? What are they struggling with today? Because their needs evolve, and your solutions need to evolve with them. Also, understanding emerging platforms. Is there a new social media site gaining traction where your audience might be? Don't dismiss it out of hand. And finally, maintaining that strong personal brand. People connect with people, not just algorithms. That human touch, that's what truly future-proofs you, I reckon.
You know, James, thinking about that last point you made about the human touch and personal brand, it feels like that's becoming even more important in a world that's like increasingly automated and filled with generic content. How does building a strong community and like really leaning into your own unique brand fit into these unconventional growth hacks?
Oh, Emma, it's absolutely paramount, isn't it? It's not just a nice to have, it's a cornerstone of truly unconventional and sustainable growth. When you foster a genuine community, you're not just selling products, you're building a movement, a tribe. These people, they become your most loyal customers, your biggest advocates, and your best source of feedback for future content and product recommendations. They're invested in you, not just the latest widget.
So it's like they trust you to guide them, not just the product itself. And that personal brand, it's almost like your secret sauce in a sea of affiliates.
Precisely. Your personal brand, it's your unique voice, your perspective, your values. It's what differentiates you when, well, 100 other people are promoting the same offer. Do you know what I mean? When people connect with you, they're more forgiving of minor hiccups, they're more loyal, and they're more likely to follow your recommendations over time. It makes your affiliate business anti-fragile, really. It's like putting your own unique fingerprint on everything you do. And that's something a competitor simply can't copy, can they?
That's a really powerful way to think about it. Anti-fragile. So by investing in yourself and your community, you're not just marketing, you're building a truly resilient business that can weather changes.
Absolutely. It turns passive consumers into active participants. And that, my friend, is where the real unconventional alchemy happens.
Right, Emma, we've covered a fair bit today, haven't we? From flipping the mindset to, well, future-proofing. It's a lot to take in, but I really want our listeners to walk away with some clear, actionable steps. So if we had to distill all this unconventional alchemy down to, say, 3 key things for them to start with today, what would you say is paramount?
Oh, that's a great idea, James. Okay. First, I'd say really embrace that problem-first approach for niche discovery. Stop looking at what's popular and start digging for what problems aren't being properly solved for people. Don't be afraid to go super niche where people are passionate. That's like foundational, right?
Couldn't agree more. If you're solving a genuine problem in an underserved niche, you're halfway there, aren't you? What's next on your list?
Okay, then I think it's really about those guerrilla traffic strategies. Don't just default to SEO and paid ads. Look for where your audience already hangs out online and genuinely contribute value there. Repurpose your content like crazy. Be smart about finding micro-influencers. It's about being resourceful, not just spending a lot of money.
Spot on, absolutely. Be a bit of a maverick, eh? And my final one, if I may, would be to build those sticky assets. An email list, a brand voice, a community. These aren't just nice-to-haves, they're absolutely fundamental for long-term ethical scaling. It's about building a relationship, not just making a sale, because that, ultimately, is where the true sustainable growth comes from. That's the real alchemy.
Yeah, those 3 really tie everything together. Focus on problems, get creative with traffic, and then build real connections. That's definitely something anyone can start working on right away. You know, James, this has been like a really eye-opening conversation. It feels less like affiliate marketing and more like becoming a genuine problem solver and community builder. It's a totally different frame for it.
That's exactly it, Emma. That's the heart of affiliate alchemy, isn't it? It's not about finding shortcuts or magic buttons. It's about understanding the deeper mechanics of value creation and, well, applying a bit of unconventional thinking. It's a journey, really, an alchemist's journey to transform raw potential into gold, ethically and sustainably.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it so much more rewarding, too. When you know you're actually helping people and building something that lasts, instead of just chasing fleeting trends.
Absolutely. It's about legacy, isn't it? Building something that outlives the latest algorithm tweak or a product launch, something that genuinely impacts people. And that's why these unconventional hacks, while they might seem a bit left field at first, they're often the most robust and rewarding strategies in the long run. So for all our listeners out there, don't be afraid to think differently, to challenge the status quo. That's where the real magic happens.
That's a fantastic note to end on, James. Thank you so much for sharing all these insights. I feel like I've got a whole new toolkit of ideas now.
My pleasure, Emra. Truly, always a pleasure. And for everyone listening, get out there and start experimenting with these ideas. Don't just listen, do. That's the real secret to alchemy, isn't it? Action.
Awesome. Thanks everyone for tuning in to Affiliate Alchemy. We'll catch